ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's rolling. So
Ladies
just
first.
Go ahead.
Here we go. Friday, it's the big day, and we still don't have a part that we need, but it's on the way. It's 1 hour away, right before practice starts, and hopefully we'll get it fixed, and that was it.
What am I going to tell them? You tell them.
What am I going to tell them? They seen what I did.
Tell them your
what you
story.
did. For me, it was a really tough last 2-3 weeks. with going to get a car. It started awesome. I had a nice test day at Irvindale with Papadakis race team, Mike Alessa, and myself, and then did a nice travel through a lot of states, national parks, came home. A few days later we had a test day in New Jersey with Brian, and at the end of the day, our practice session, I blew a motor. So here goes the challenge just started right there. So I had to pull the motor from my Z4 and put it in this car just to make it to St. Louis. And I was like 48 hours straight of non-sleeping and a lot of work. Rob Goodwin helped me out. My crew guy Alex helped me out a lot. My wife supported me a lot with throughout this, and Brian provided the shop and everything. So that was really nice. And here we are, going for the first practice session on Thursday. I took off from here, all perfect, everything is good, pulled up to the line for the practice, and as soon as the line started moving, I go to pull up, and my throttle has zero response. So there was a tent set up by Michael S. in the hot bits. I pulled right up, and like, dude, my car's not working. So we started going through it, thought it was like maybe a throttle position sensor unplugged or something like that. So we went through this, checked all the sensors, started swapping them around, nothing helped. We figured out it might be the throttle motor went bad. So I had a spare at home. I had one guy driving from Connecticut this way for 8 hours, and I had another guy left from here driving towards him for the 8 hours. So they met about halfway in the middle of the night and then drove back each way another 8 hours. So that's about 32 hours of driving just for one thing. So they made it 30 minutes before the warm-up session on Friday for the comp top 32. We put the part in and it's still not working. So I'm like, all right, I'm not getting any practice, and I don't know if I'm gonna fix the car to even go into battles. So then we Dustin Miles tuner, what's his name? Philip Koch. He showed up, he said, you guys need any help? So he came up, started diagnosing, and we found out that it was a voltage problem, signal. So we jumped the wire didn't help, still getting same errors. And we figured out that was the ECU, started asking around the bits for people for a spare ECU. Carnage had one, it didn't work for us. Then Stefan Papadakis Racing had one. They gave it to us. We need a firmware for it made by AEM, so Michael S. was able to contact them, give them the serial number. They made a specific firmware for my car. So emailed, we downloaded it, and then downloaded my tune. And finally, 30 minutes before top 16 opening ceremony, my car fired up in Ward 5. So that was a big relief.
That was a big day.
And with zero practice, I'm like, you know, I just went out there and under a little bit of pressure, I jumped the light. And when I did it, I'm like, might as well, I'll take my side lap. So then that felt good, and then went into top 16. And you guys saw the rest of it, but it felt so good in the new chassis. It was so easy to drive. I enjoyed it and really felt no pressure. It felt like practice for me. So I just kept going, won my top 16, I won my top 8, and then in top 4 I really had good battles with Josh Love, who took first place. But that's when my car started overheating, because we probably had an air pocket somewhere when we swapped the motor and didn't bleed the system all the way. So the car started overheating and went into limbo because the safety started to kick in a little too early. I think, like I said, we can move the safety a little bit higher. So, but the car started shutting down on me, and it caused one more time, and then it caused me a loss in top 4, and then in the battle for a third, it just shut down like halfway. So anyways, with whatever we went through, I think that was a big success for me, the whole team, for all the people who helped me, and that was an amazing weekend for me.
Definitely was weird not doing qualifying. I really was looking forward to doing qualifying because I tend to do pretty good in qualifying, so I was a little upset about that, but things are what they are, and we were going to do what we had to do. Cards got pulled, and I was pinned against Joe Lynn, yep. And he was
really good in practice.
Yeah, he was doing really good in practice. I was also told I was up near the top of the pack, so I said, well, I got a good chance. Went up against him and wound up getting the win there in top 32. Then on to top 16. Top 16 was who? Dustin Miles, Miles of Style, yep. So I knew that would be a hard battle. He's always a tough contender. And wound up pulling off the win once again there. Psyched for that. It was close.
Yeah.
Real close. All of my runs were pretty close, and then that brought us to top 8
against Josh Love.
Josh Love, yep, same one that wound up taking Dimitri out.
It was also a close battle.
Very, very close battle.
I thought it was going to be one more time.
Yeah, really wished for one more time on that one, but he just snuck ahead and took the win there. One judge went my way, 2 judges went his way. So really good runs, had a great time. Really good first event in FD, psyched about it. People that helped me out, Liquid Molly, #1, Modified Machines. Definitely came through with this wrap, really enjoying the way the car looks. Achilles, of course. I mean, I'm just really happy with the car, everything on it. Koenig wheels, a bunch of people helped me out.
Spotter?
Reese, absolutely. Rob Goodwin Photos, a lot of people on the team. My pit crew, of course.
Daily
My
driver
teammate
media.
here. Yep.
Yep.
The list is getting longer these days.
Yeah, for me it was obviously IC Suspension, Michael S, my whole crew team, they were awesome. And then I got Ignite Racing Field, South Bay Fuel Injectors, let me see, Redline Oil, Team Never Settles, stay strong right here. And yeah, S Autosport, of course, Achilles, and Yankee Wheels. So, thumbs up. Wadman Drift?
Yep. Dimitri Brewski.
Dima Britsky.